Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome to our front yard as we are waiting for impending storms to come.
Indeed, and isn't it? I think it's just a beautiful and stunning look out there. Isn't that pretty?
It reminds me of, Hound of the Baskervilles, for those that remember old movies, as we have our hounds right behind us in the house.
Yes, you might hear them.
Yeah, so if you hear whining, it's just Rama and Sita. How about the movie The Fog? You remember the movie The Fog?
I don't
Ooh,
remember
that was creepy. John Carpenter.
I remember the mist. I remember
Oh,
the
well, the
mist.
mist was even creepier
Yeah,
in so many ways.
yeah.
So what you can't see beyond those trees is a lake. There's a lake out there. And, not to be totally off topic, but um, this property that we found, which we are basically owner financing because this property was only the price it was because of the fact that it is a single wide that has been expanded on. And so none of the banks would really finance it. But we did owner financing with a wonderful person that we're very, very grateful for. And so we got a property within 200 feet of a lake, probably 150, that has a lot of fish in it, very sustainable as long as we don't flood out, which is always a possibility, but we're not direct lakefront. We are across the street from the lake. And also in an area where we have half a dozen deer on the property every single night. It's in a good climate, and it is a very sustainable area, and that's what we want it to be in. If we don't have any heat, if all the wood's too wet to burn, it doesn't matter because we hardly ever get below really the 40s, and even below the 50s is um, only something that you see pretty much at night during the winter. Again, choosing places was something that we were taking a long time doing. I wanted to perhaps go back to the Carolinas, but in the Carolinas, this would have been way out of our price range. And again, areas like Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, some spots in Louisiana and eastern Texas, I should say eastern Oklahoma. There's some great spots, really inexpensive towards the center part of the country, West Virginia, Kentucky, great values again. The guides wanted us staying over in this area, though. They didn't want us going. As you hear some interesting
Ducks?
sounding ducks or
They're
geese
geese.
chirping in. For whatever reason, they wanted us to hold the energy towards the middle of the country. And so that's what we do. And the rain on the tin roof might sound a little loud at times, so apologize for that in advance.
Right. So, I mean, to say we are full of gratitude is an understatement. This place is absolutely beautiful and stunning, and we could never do it alone, ever. But here we are.
Yeah, and the other part of this is it really costs about 1/4 of what the average house is going for in the U.S. So it's about location. If you're looking for affordability, I'm sure everybody's aware of that as CETA is kicking in.
Yes, it is. I think she hears the ducks. So,
Yeah, we get all sorts of wildlife here, and it's a nightly thing, and we enjoy it.
we do. And, I think I think this is appropriate for today's topic because we're going to talk about some things that we know to be true on the other side of that veil out there.
Yeah, and I just wanted to comment too. I've seen some awakening going on out in the general public, and one particular person on X who posts and has a couple 100,000 subscribers on X posted a CIA study again saying that consciousness extends past the body. And again, I would say, yeah, but of course, I mean, it should be self-evident to me. But at the same time, if all you've ever listened to is the science, if all you've ever understood is the mainstream point of view, then yeah, you could definitely be in the dark in this, especially if you're not, say, what we would call a star seed. What is a star seed? A star seed is basically somebody that chooses to come here to help out the people on the planet. Because, again, our section of the earth has been in a quarantine zone, so to speak, as we get rumblings. Talk about creepy. Isn't this great, guys?
This is fabulous. I love it, and speaking on the other side of that veil out there, you wonder, it's like, how do some people know what's on the other side of that veil? And it's because we have been there. We've literally been there. We've seen it. And we bring it back to people who want to understand or learn how to look past that veil themselves.
I'm so excited to see people waking up. There was another one that said, "Do you believe in reincarnation?" I think it might be true. It's like, yes, of course. Reincarnation happens virtually all the time. And transmigration, then we have the bigger picture, because the reality is, if you are in a human body at this point, you have probably had innumerable lives already. Innumerable. Now, again, all this is talking about in the Western mystery tradition, and it has to be a mystery in the West because the West is what gave us this control system. You guys remember the German hard rock group Rammstein? We are all living in America. Well, America is a construct. Western living, Western life, Western civilization is a construct of the control system. And so, understanding that, what is it? It's consumerism. They have us running on the wheel to always get the new best thing. This is just what they do. This is how they keep us occupied in the material world and forgetting about the spiritual side of things. We are spiritual beings. We are only having a temporary human experience. Now, that experience might last 100 years. That experience might last 1,000 human lifetimes, maybe more, maybe 10 times that, maybe 10 squared times that. It all depends on the individual's soul. Again, whether you're delving into Hermeticism, Gnosticism, or if you are going and looking at the Kabbalah, or if you're studying Taoist, Buddhist, Jain, Shinto, Hindu, invariably, if you want to learn what the shamans in Siberia took to be our reality, you'll find that all the other systems of the world, besides the fundamentalist viewpoint, all are in basic agreements on some things. And one of those is that the human experience is kind of novel, and it's at the same time very opportune, because this is where we do some of our greatest growing. But we are spiritual by nature, and when we leave this body, we're still there.
Indeed, here we are. Here we are again. And in some of you, I've worked with some of you, and you have a keen understanding of that moment right when you woke up, right when you realized, okay, I'm in a human body. How did I get here? Why am I here? And when you're looking at star seeds, they're the ones who ask these questions, and they have a really keen desire to want to understand. So those that have come here as star seeds, that's what sets them apart from those who came here to just have a normal life, a simple normal life, because we come here for different reasons at different times. And now it is a very exciting time, but it's also really kind of frightening too, because it feels like there's something out there that has always we've never been able to know about it, but it's always been there. And I'm talking about this control system. The ones that do not show themselves are starting to show themselves through these drones. And for them to not give us an answer about who or what these things are, to them, that's a game. It's fun for them. And the sad part is they are, uh, wow, the lightning. They are looking at our reactions as if we are bugs. So that's what I see.
Yeah, we had a drone go directly overhead last night, and then I was recognizing it's the same thing I've seen for about 2 months. So, when the start of this whole thing happened, we still had some going over here, goes over the lake and hangs right. Every single time I ask Cindy to remote view it, and she sees two men, it looks like American military, that are operating it. And one was a black gentleman, one was a white gentleman in their 30s. So probably doing it remotely from who knows where, could be anywhere. Maybe a base in Texas, maybe a base in Mississippi, I don't know. But anyway, that's part of the reality, is that all the militaries of the world have worked for and do work for a non-human component. And they, at the higher levels, work with them. We shared with you in our stay in Nevada, we would frequent, back when I was having a beer or two, and Cindy would join me for that. We would play pool with some guys that were contractors, and we knew some of them quite well. They were former military people that ended up becoming contractors, making a lot more money. And they couldn't confirm or deny anything, but you knew that they knew, and they knew that all these rumors are true. What rumor is not coming true? That's what you have to ask yourself. What conspiracy theory is not coming true? They've all come true one at a time. This is a new phase. This is a totally new place that we are going, in more ways than one. Honestly, in so many ways, it's incredibly exciting, because we're going to learn that the stuff of myth and legends is real. And the fact that this world is far more magical than they have let on. In fact, it is magical, being that our thoughts conform our environment to our expected reality. They've been creating that reality for us the whole way. They've been telling us what to think and how to react, and what to choose, what to eat, what to drink, and all that is changing now. The sky is the limit. The fact that one of the things that hit me and that made me realize that this was all an alien venture, an alien control, was in my mid-teens in reading the Bible. It was literally reading about the day of the Lord. And then I was visualizing it and trying to tap into the truth. And what is the day of the Lord? It's an ET invasion is what it is. But it's actually what happened in the past. It is actually what we've gone through. Because the future is not set in stone, guys. And that's the thing to take from this. We are co-creators here, and we could choose other outcomes.
And I hope our voices are heard over the rain. Oh, no.
Yes. Well, maybe we will cut this one short. It was just basically a short little introduction to the front yard. As the rain comes down, and hopefully we'll be able to upload it.
Yep.
We will get more information out there. I think it's necessary to recap a lot of basic stuff for the new people coming on.
Source Plus and Namaste.
Namaste.